Welcome back to the channel, Panda Pals. Are you ready to talk about 90 Day Fiancé? Good, cause I am too. Today we have season 11, episode 7, and I'm gonna be covering Joan and Greg and Mark and Mina because none of the other couples had anything happen to them. So sit down and let me tell you all about it. Let's check in with Joan and her big baby boy, Greg. Greg is sitting on his ass playing computer games while Joan is just in his room picking up after him. She's like, "Baby, why are you so messy?" And she starts picking up his dirty socks and dirty pants off the floor, and does Gregory get up and do anything? What do you think?
You, as a person, you just want to be messy? I don't understand.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, he's just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And he just stares at her as she continues to clean up after him. Joan sits down and she's like, "So, when you take your clothes off, just put them away." And Gregory is like, "Oh, you know, it's usually just my mom who nags me, but now it's Joan."
I'm used to just having my mom nag and bicker at me and picking up after me. Now I have to worry about another lady just nagging me.
Can someone just punch him in the face? So yeah, Joan is like, "Could you please try to be an adult for 1 second?" And Greg is like, "Oh yeah, sure thing. Can I go back to my game now?"
Can I game a little bit?
Yeah.
All right.
Joan calls her family and she's like, "America is fine, but Greg sucks."
I stay with Greg's mom. Greg doesn't have the money to buy a house for now. I think I'm going to stay here maybe 2 years.
That's too much. Tell him to get a job.
I try. He doesn't take work serious.
And Joan is like, "Yeah, he doesn't really want to work, and even if he did, he doesn't know how to save." And her family is like, "Okay, so how is he gonna pay for your dowry?" And Joan is like, "Yeah, about that, he can't."
He's not financially stable for now. I don't know how he's really going to pay for the dowry.
No, it's not possible because in our culture, it must be done.
You want to know who Greg reminds me of right now? That episode of South Park where Cartman is obsessed with WoW.
Man! Bathroom! Bathroom!
Oh, that's a big boy, isn't he?
Greg is collecting eggs from their chicken coop, and by Greg, I definitely mean Joan. And Lucille comes over and she's like, "Greg, did you get the eggs? Can you water those plants? I really gotta go to work." And Greg is like, "Oh my God, my mother is everywhere."
I go in the back room, she's vacuuming the back room. If I'm in the kitchen, she's cleaning dishes in the kitchen. I feel like no matter which room I'm in, she just comes and finds something to do in that room. Is it really that much to do?
Yes, you absolute man baby. Lucille heads out to work as a delivery driver, and she's like, "I really don't mind Joan being here anymore because she makes Greg so happy, and I really love that for him."
It's good to see my son happy. In the morning, he'll be singing, ba 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 ba, dancing, and he seems a lot happier.
Yeah, lady, I would also be very happy if I had 2 servants taking care of everything for me. With Lucille gone, Greg pulls Joan inside the house so that he can start to bang all of that disappointment and resentment out of her.
I don't want things to feel like they are scheduled. Mom's gonna be working from 3 to 2, but it's like, it is what it is. I have to deal with it.
Greg is like, "Man, I really wish my mommy would leave her house more often so that I could bang you more."
Nah, I wish you would go out more often. I can ask her to go to the grocery store. She loves grocery shopping.
Oh my God, Gregory. Nobody loves to go grocery shopping, okay? Shut up. Joan is like, "Baby, thank you so much for those splendid 4 minutes in bed, but we cannot keep waiting for your mother to leave the house to get another 4.
I love being with Greg.
Do you?
You have to get out of here sooner.
Yeah.
These living arrangements, I don't know if it's possible. Relationship can't last long this way.
And Greg, of course, has all of the answers, none of the action, and he's like, "Yeah, totally. I just gotta get a job." And Joan is definitely catching on that he says a lot of pretty things, but he never ever means them.
If you don't get a job, I want to go back to Uganda.
What'd you just say?
She said that if you do not get a job, she is going to leave your lazy, pathetic baby ass. Joan is like, "Do you really want me to be okay with giving up my career for somebody who can't offer me any amount of stability?"
See, when we met your friends, they opened my eyes. How come they're like successfully of the same age?
Joan continues to punch him in the face with the truth, and she's like, you knew I was coming. You knew I couldn't work, and not only did you do absolutely nothing to prepare, you turned down a job.
If I'm going to be Gregory's wife, I need him to work.
I should have took that job, I know. I'm sorry.
Shut up, okay? Every time you say sorry, I just want to punch you in the dick, because I know that anytime mommy was mad at you, you said sorry and she let you get away with whatever it was you needed to get away with. Gregory pouts a little more and he's like, you act like I'm just sitting on my ass doing nothing, but I'm out here every day applying to jobs.
Every day, I'm on the state website. I'm looking at jobs that they've posted. I've put in a bunch of applications. My resume's gone out.
Let's be honest, we all know that he only put in like 3 job applications in the past week. Gregory continues to whine about not being praised for doing below the bare minimum, and he's like, if I worked a regular 9 to 5, I wouldn't have been able to see her in Uganda as often as I did. So I really think she should cut me some slack.
Our relationship wouldn't be where it is if I didn't make those choices that I did. I think I should be given a little bit of credit here.
Absolutely not. You do not get credit for making selfish choices, okay? We all know you chose not to work because you didn't want to work. You are just using Joan as an excuse. Then Joan tells him that her dowry is going to be 15 cows, which roughly costs about $3,000.
Realistically, though, how does somebody afford 15 cows?
People do afford, it's just you who can't afford.
Ooh, shots fired. Girly is not playing anymore.
It's not like people can't afford it. It's just you.
To be fair, most Americans probably wouldn't be able to afford that, but if Gregory, whose mommy pays for everything, would just get a damn job, he would be able to pay for that in less than 2 months. Greg is like, hold up a minute, so I have to pay for 15 cows, a whole ass wedding, your wedding dress, and our wedding rings, and you don't have to contribute anything?
I mean, is it fair that all of this is on me?
Culture is culture in my country, so
Yeah.
It is what it is. I can't change nothing.
I think I would feel differently about what she said if Greg wasn't such a little bitch, but if he expects Joan to be a traditional woman, then I think it's only fair for Joan to expect him to be a traditional man. Greg is like, I'm sorry, you knew who I was before you got here, and now all of a sudden, you want me to change everything about myself and be an adult?
For her to hit me saying that she'd go back to Uganda if I didn't get a job, that's what really hurts the most.
Just get a job. Just be a delivery driver like your mom. Like, just do something, you useless fuck. Joan is like, if you don't get a job, then you won't be able to provide. And why would I marry someone who expects me to take care of them, but cannot take care of me?
The fact is that if I don't see you putting in much effort, that's it. Not going to get married because it means you can't take care of me, so.
Let's check in with Mark and Mina. Mark continues his lovely vacation in hell.
It just feels like problems are stacking up. Mina disinvited Jordan to the wedding. Jordan doesn't even want to come to the wedding. It's frustrating.
They're heading over to a family barbecue, and he's like, will you try to make peace with Jordan? And she's like, no. And he's like, okay, well, could you at least say you're sorry? And she's like, no.
Si je pouvais éviter de la voir, je le ferais.
Jordan arrives and things are hella awkward, and she gives Mina a half-assed hello, and Mina does not give a shit.
You would think that she wants to make a good impression and wants to be the one trying and getting to know me. She's marrying my dad. I feel like she should be the one that's having to try harder than me.
To be fair, I would not want to get to know you either. Jordan is like, I really wish my dad would have stepped in and mediated more.
Hey, Mina, Jordan, I love you both. I really want you guys to get along. How are we gonna fix this? What are we gonna do? Because we need to all be a family.
Okay, why don't you just do it? What are you, 5? Are you not a fully functioning adult?
We're sitting right behind us. We're not even talking. It's weird. I can tell that she's mad at me. I don't want to make things.
Okay, maybe don't talk to her as if she's not sitting right next to you? Jordan does eventually turn around and wave a white flag, and she holds Maria's hand with only 70% disinterest.
De faire un peu la paix avec moi. J'ai trouvé ça honorable. Ce qui était vrai, Quelle est la question?
So they get to the barbecue, and Mark's mom is like, Mina was so super sweet in Paris, and she fed us a home-cooked meal on our first night. Mark's sister-in-law is like, Mina was 4 hours late to the christening, and she was thoughtful enough to tell all of her friends and family to come 4 hours later, but she did not tell us.
She had taken the time to tell her friends that it was going to start later. She did not tell us. We just never felt welcome. We never felt like she wanted us there.
Oh, Mina, I did not think that story could get any worse, but it did. Mark and his brother Rich are hanging out, and Rich tells him that Jordan is really upset because she wants to maintain that very special father-daughter relationship that they have, but Maria is here fucking it all up.
He thinks my focus now is on Maria and our family.
I could tell she's upset.
Mark is like, I don't really know why Jordan is mad about Paris. I think it went great. And Rich is like, are you crazy? Paris sucked.
It bothered me she was 3 or 4 hours late. And I was a little surprised you didn't get a little more get your butt down here. My family's down here. And she didn't really talk to us much the whole week.
And then Rich tells Mark that he is 100% Team Jordan, and he tells him that the family booked flights for their wedding, making sure to get refundable tickets.
It feels like my family's not supporting my choice to marry Mina.
Then Jordan is like, you guys are getting a prenup, right?
Have you guys talked anymore about a prenup?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Yeah.
You think I come just for your money, Mark? You too?
So yeah, Mina freaks out and she leaves, which obviously is not a good look because that makes everyone there think that she actually is only marrying Mark for his money.
On m'a jamais mentionné ça. Parler de signer ou quoi que ce soit. Je trouve ça juste dégueulasse.
And that, my Panda Pals, is all I have for you today. I know that one was short, but I swear, nothing else happened. Still, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're not subscribed yet, be sure to click that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments what you thought. I hope to see you for the next one, which is going to be a disaster because it is the tell-all for The Last Resort. I cannot wait. And as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!